Use luminous blending modes to combine images in Photoshop. So you'll see here that we have an image of basically kind of a landscape with a road and a nice cloudy sky up above in the mountains. And what I was thinking it would be nice to do would be to place a moon in there, but to make it look quite realistic. So let's see how we can do that. I have a picture of a moon here. Here's my moon image. I'm going to just grab this layer, click and drag all the way up to my image with the asphalt and the clouds. And there's my moon. I'm going to place it kind of roughly where I think that I want to have it, up here. Maybe I'll make it a little smaller by hitting Command T, which is the way we transform it, grabbing the corner, bringing it down a little bit. Great. Now what I'm going to do is hit return so it's placed. I'm now going to go on this layer and double click. When I double click on that layer, this dialog box comes open here. And it's the Layer Styles dialog box. If I go down to the bottom here and I pull the slider here, you'll notice that it gets rid of all the black there. I'm going to hit OK. Maybe what I'm going to do is just make it a bit bigger. Bring it down like that so we can really see it. And let's double click on this layer again. So it's looking good. The moon is popping right out. But what about if I decided I wanted to maybe have some more of a realistic situation where there are some clouds kind of going over the moon, kind of like obstructing it? So let's see how we can do that. We're going to go back down here and double click. And we're going to go to the underlying layer, and I'm going to pull this in slightly and see what happens. Is anything going to happen? Good. Okay, you can see that the clouds are starting to come over the moon there. And that looks pretty good. But you can see it's also quite sort of crisp and dotty, which I don't really want to do. I want it to be soft and more realistic. So if I hit Option and click on this button here, it's going to separate, which means that it gives you a little bit more of a realistic thing to play around with here. So we can bring that down, bring it down like that, maybe up like that. There we go. I like that now because we have some nice clouds covering it over. Maybe I'll make it even smaller by hitting Command T, bringing it down in there, and remember you can still move it around, right? But now it's just popping up nicely from the clouds, which I like. So there we go. That's how we use our luminosity layer. And remember, we just double click in that layer and it gives us this dialog box here. And when we want to break off these two so we can make a more realistic blending mode, we just hit Option. All right, that's great. Thanks, guys.